Kevin Lee arrived safely in California, a researchers' conference packed with conversations, introductions, momentum. Rooms were filled with colleagues who knew his name, who respected his work, who expected him to lead. From the outside appearances, nothing was missing. But distance has a way of showing up quietly. Meanwhile, Simone was back at home. The baby's routine didn't pause just because Kevin was gone. Morning meals, afternoon naps, snacks, and playtime. Evenings that stretched longer than they used to, then repeat. She moved through the day efficiently, not unhappy, just steady. Love hadn't disappeared, it had become something she carried alone deeply within herself. Kevin sat just outside the conference meeting room, coffee in hand, suit pressed, mind sharp, wedding band still where it belonged. He listened, observed, prepared himself to step back into rooms where certainty and his expertise were expected. This was the version of himself. The world outside of his home understood. That was when Rachel Choi stepped into his line of sight, polished, professional, familiar. She waved lightly, catching his attention. Just before the doors opened and the morning lecture would begin, no hesitation, no surprise, just recognition. They arrived at the conference separately, for business, and later, they walked down the corridor in the same direction, and not touching, not lingering, just two professionals, moving through shared time and territory. Nothing inappropriate, nothing hidden, and still, something shifted. Back home, Simone rolled out her exercise mat. In the quiet living room, yoga clothes on, hair pulled back loosely, her wedding ring catching the light as she grounded herself. A small teddy bear rested nearby, a soft yellow blanket draped over the couch, signs of the life she was holding together as a mom. She breathed deeply, slowly inhaling and exhaling, and for the first time in a while she noticed how quiet the space around her felt. That evening, Simone passed the nearby gym. The windows were huge, inviting, bright, open. Inside, a class moved, in slow, deliberate rhythm. At the front stood Taiho Collins, calm, grounded, fully present. He noticed her through the front glass windows. He smiled, lifted a hand in greeting, nothing more. And somehow, that made it mean everything. Simone didn't stare too long. She kept pushing the stroller forward, letting the moment pass. But something about being seen, without expectation, without pressure, lingered longer than she expected. Back in California, the conference stretched on. Day blurred into evening. On the final night, the scheduled cocktail banquet was filled with conversation and soft light. Kevin arrived alone. Rachel arrived separately. Later, they were seen talking, wine glasses in hand, laughter muted, bodies angled politely toward one another, visible, not secret, and still noticed. That night, Kevin stood alone in his hotel room. City lights reflected against the glass. His jacket was gone, tie loosened, work spread across the table, an untouched drink in hand, laptop open, research books stacked neatly, success within reach, connection just out of reach. He stared out at the city, not wondering what he wanted, but realizing how close he had become to losing something he hadn't known how to hold. If this episode felt familiar, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Someone else might need to know. They're not the only one feeling this way.